Hi there. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine. I have a flip through today of a journal I recently created um, that is actually a little bit different from what I usually make. It was a lot of fun to make, and I hope you enjoy looking through it. I used an old copy of Shakespeare's comedy As You Like It, and there were some beautiful color illustrated plates in there by Hugh Thompson. I don't know the date of publication for this book, but from my experience, from the quality of the paper, the condition of the book, um, the wear and tear, I suspect this book is from the 40s. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't know for sure. There was no publication date, and I could not find it on the internet. Let's take a look and see how big it is. It seems to be about 7¼ inches by 10 inches. Let's take a look here, and not quite 1½ inches. So it's a big book. It has 196 pages in it, and this is where it gets interesting, because what I have done is filled it with blank papers for you. Now, hold on, let me move these. I will be sending this little bundle along with it to its new home. It's some of the original pages. I saved the Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. There's some lovely little illustration drawings on it. The papers themselves were not the best quality, and I suspect if the new owner wants to play with these, they're going to need to be decoupaged or some sort of be affixed to some other stronger paper. You'll see when you receive it. But the drawings are so pretty. And the plates, the color plates, are lovely. Absolutely beautiful, soft, full colors. I love the shades. And I just thought before I started playing with them, I'm going to leave that in case the new owner would like to turn this into a junk journal. You absolutely could. But as you're going to see when we get inside it, it's actually blank and ready for you to use it for sketching or drawing. It's sketch paper inside. It's not watercolor paper, so that's very important. For some artists, they want watercolor paper because they intend to use liquidy products in here. And I can't say for sure whether that's good or not. I myself, as an artist, I will watercolor on just about anything. But I want to be clear with you that it is sketch paper. So let's take a look inside. There are 7 signatures that have been hand sewn into the spine that I re-fortified. I added a little bit of lace at the top and bottom. There it is, right there, and of some tea-dyed cheesecloth. And as you can see here, because I had to get it out of the way, there is a permanent ribbon marker in there so that you can keep your spot where you're working. At a moment's notice, you can find it. And as you will see, and let's just get this beautiful thing out of the way right now, this lovely board that creates such a beautiful presentation is a journaling board that I created. And I used the original list of illustrations from the inside of the original book. And then I used silk leaves from various thrifted sources, as ever. For those of you who are here often, you know, I try my best to work with all repurposed sources so that my junk journals really are as much of a junk journal as they can be. So there's a little stick here. There's a pheasant feather tied in there with some twine. There's some tea-dyed lace. This is off a wedding gown, and this is just, I found it from various sources. The beautiful side that you would use for journaling on has hand marbled paper on it from Four Keys Book Arts. And the purpose of this book is so that when you are working in your journal, and say you're outside and it's in your lap and you want a firm surface, you turn it over to this side and it'll give you a firm surface to work on. But say this is laying on your table and you're like me and you enjoy looking at a beautiful book, that's how it appears. Isn't that pretty? I'm so thrilled with this. So this, obviously, the journaling board will come along with it. It's made from an old cover of another book. Now inside, you'll notice right off the bat, with all the signatures, I have done a torn edge on all the papers, and I really like how that turned out. In here, I have repurposed the original front page, and I think that turned out nicely. There's a big pocket right here for you to store things in. And there's another one on the back. I'll show you when we get there. At the beginning of each signature, because as I mentioned, there's 7 signatures, I've put one folio of bullet journal paper. So I'll lift that up so you can take a look. In case you did have some writing you wanted to do, in addition to your sketching or drawing. So you'll see here, this is just a lovely blank book ready for you to fill. Now, this paper, I did purchase it from a book and I took it apart. So, and I'm always very clear the things in my journals that are brand new that I have purchased and the things that are from a repurposed source, which means sometimes I find them at rummage sales, church sales, thrift stores, estate sales, Happy Mail. I get my secondhand things from a variety of sources. But in this case, this paper, I did go to the store, I purchased a sketchbook, I took it apart, cut it to the correct size that I wanted, gave it a torn edge, and resewed it into this beautiful book. So, as you can see, because of the hidden hollow back spine, it opens up and it lays nice and flat. Now in the back here, you'll see again, there's another pocket here. This is wrapping paper from a book of Art Nouveau prints. So I created pockets on the front and on the back, and I did a little bit of sewing around the edge, just for a nice little detail. You'll see here, of course, a Two Nanas bookmark. These always go in. I always tuck those in, and I backed this one with some more of the marbled paper. And then I did create a tea-dyed library pocket, and I created a tea-dyed library card, and I used my manual typewriter to type out the author and the title. Now, I wasn't sure where the new owner would like this to go, so I'm sending it as is, and the new owner, if they wish, I don't know whether they'd want to put it here, whether they'd want to put it here, or whether they even want it in their book at all. I'm just going to include it anyhow, so for the time being, I've tucked it right there. I love how this book turned out. I think for the person who maybe wants to write down their thoughts and doesn't mind blank papers for that, they want a collage, it's just got endless possibilities. It could actually be used as a junk journal. These blank pages don't have to remain blank. It just means that they're a blank canvas and ready for you to do your own creating with it. So let's put our little journaling board back in because it looks so pretty there. Very good. So you can see by how my hands hold it, it's a good size book. There's the back. As ever, these books, they are old and used and well loved. So just so that you're aware, that I think that is part of its charm. You're going to see some wear and tear on the hinges here and here, but I have fortified them from the inside out. So as they do continue to wear, they will, but there has been new fabric put inside and using pH neutral PVA. So this book is ready for its new home. And if you are interested in it, this is going along with it. I will be posting it very soon. I'll put a notification on my Instagram account, and as well, if you favorite my Etsy shop, Etsy should notify you once the listing goes live. And if you're interested in this, I hope you'll go over and take a look and see if perhaps this is the kind of journal that you'd have fun with. Thanks for watching today. Have a great day. Bye.